Hello there, my name's James and welcome back to the Anxiety Management channel. And in this video we're going to be looking at another thought challenging tool, and this is called the judge. And in this video we're only going to be looking at evidence-based facts to both defend and prosecute an anxious thought. Now, the anxious thought I've chosen is the same one as in the cost-benefit video, and that is I will always be anxious. So I'll start off with asking the client to rate how much they believe this, and they will normally tell me 100%. Okay, so now I will ask them to defend this belief. Then I will also just tell them and explain to them that when I talk about evidence-based facts, anything that begins with I feel, I should have, or I can't is opinion. So, I have been here before. So yeah, this person is suffering a relapse. They have been there before. Medication doesn't work. Now for them, that medication may not be as effective as what it should be. Again, for them, that is fact. My coping skills aren't working. So they're not finding the coping skills that they used last time as effective this time. Okay, for them, fact. So then I will ask them to sum up their defence, and very often it will go like, I've been here before, nothing is really working for me, medication doesn't work now, my coping skills aren't working, I'm always going to be like this. Then I'll ask them to re-rate that statement, and again it normally comes in they believe this to be 100% true. So then we move across to the prosecution, okay, and this time I get a bit more involved. So, to prosecute, again, only using evidence. I have recovered before. This is a relapse, not a continuation of an illness. So yes, they have recovered before. So this is a fact. I held the same belief last time I felt this way. So there's some acceptance there that this is actually a symptom of anxiety. Medication has worked in the past. Okay, so it might be that medication needs reviewing. There's lots of medications out there. When we got to the bottom of the skills not working, when it turned down to it, I have not practiced the anxiety skills because the belief I will always be anxious. What's the point? So they've not been practiced. That is also fact. I'm mostly anxious when stressed. Okay, so very often when people are suffering from a stress reaction, that is a very good reason why they will become anxious, so that is also fact. I've not always been this way. Okay, so very often people will come into anxiety at different points in life. They've not always been this way, and the fact that the client had recovered before with a good period of recovery shows that she's not always been this way. Absolute fact again. So then I ask them to sum up this statement. Normally goes, I have recovered before and I did hold the same belief. My medication may not be working for me at the moment, but I've not had it looked at by a medical professional for a long while. My skills may not be working because I've not actually practiced them. I'm mostly anxious when stressed, and I am going through a very stressful situation at the moment, and I can accept that I've not always been this way. So that statement, again, I ask them to rate it. Only this time, what normally happens is they'll go, I still believe it to be about 70% true. And at this point, I start to challenge, because I ask them which part of this is not true. Then I will point out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 facts to prosecute this anxious belief against 1, 2, 3 against the defence of this. And actually, when we look closer at the defence, the medication hasn't been looked at for a long time, and actually we don't know that the skills don't work because they've not been practiced. So essentially it's about becoming aware that I will always be anxious is a thought. When we look at the facts, very often if we are feeling anxious, our mind will bias towards the negative. We tend to ignore the positives. By going through a system like I've just described, actually we get to the proper truth of the matter. We start to become aware of what is a fact and what is an opinion. And very often there is a lot more to prosecute the anxious belief than what there is to defend it. So why don't you give it a go? Let me know how you got on, and hopefully I'll see you back in the next video where we'll look at some more thought challenging exercises. Thank you.